Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Factorio. God, I love hearing new music. Welcome back to Factorio. I am SeiferKatt, um, and I've realized something really funny. It's the Top Cat got stolen in the pre-show, which means Solburn has to go through the agonizing pain of getting it back. But he will, because I believe in him. So my train carriages are slightly skew-whiffed. They're off by one, which is always annoying. And I was going to leave it, and then I thought, no, that's annoying. I can't leave it like that. So now instead I just have to fix my trains. Which is doable, it's just a pain in the butt. It's alright. What else are you going to do with those channel points? He needs to get it twice so he can stop Odaba doing exactly what he did today. Because if he can get it the second time, it means Odaba can't, no one can snipe it off him on the last day. Close. Okay. So, as I said, we're just going to move this slightly off because all the inserters will one off and it really... Hang on. No, that's wrong. I don't want to move everything, just the... No, that was correct. That was correct. Okay, let's redo. Oh, now we've thoroughly broken it. You dingus. Okay. How's your train station? What was your train station? What train station did you go to? You're off? I cannot remember exactly. All train stations, I believe, have been named. Oh, wait. No, stop that. Stop that. The power plant one. Was that Larian Station? Was Larian Station yours? It's good. It's supplying lamps to the base. It's getting borax in to make nickel. It's doing well. Good little station. No, so that's still wrong. Okay, because someone broke it thinking it was fixed. That was you? Okay, so it wasn't the power station one. We also have other stations. We have Dingleberry Station. Named hang on, I can find this out because it has veto possibilities. So, view requests. We changed it to station message at station. It was Dingleberry Station. Yes. Named Dingleberry Station. Not a lot of people have been taking station names, and people have been just putting comments there, so I've changed it from name a station and I've reduced the price because I got all these stations that need to have names. So we've done that. Okay, that should fix those problems, sort of. Oh, and then we've got to get the nickel out. And that should fix my train issues. Yeah, I think we're good now. Alright, so, nickel's coming through. I've realized a couple of things. I've realized, like, a lot of this... Oh, wait, no, never mind. No, I'm still confused. The... No, I'm thoroughly confused. I need nitrogen, which only comes from pressurized air. Why don't I just make pressurized air and nothing else? What would happen then? I still need to... Okay. Right, it doesn't actually fix the problem. Because I still need to... There's distillation. Okay, cool. I was beginning to think that I didn't need these 20 things. By the way, I don't remember if I said this, but hi, Martin. Hello. Okay, so we do get those things. And then we get a whole bunch of these things. We got somewhere using oxygen, don't we? I feel that someone wanted oxygen sometimes. There's an oxygen line there. It is very light on oxygen. Oh no. Means we're probably using electrolysis to get the oxygen. Okay, well that's fine. We'll use the oxygen for that. So good news. If we work backwards, which is always good news to work backwards. All the best people in history have worked backwards. I don't think I need to explain myself on that one. And then we go shoopy-doo, doop-a-day. Make sure those inserted numbers are about right. They are not even close to right. There'll be 3 nickel plate, sorry, 4 nickel plate and 3 the other one. Three the other one. Okay, wow. Yeah, that's that took up a lot. Hang on, real quick here, real talk. Does that fit on a transport belt? It does. Okay. It's always good to real talk yourself. Because if you can't real talk yourself, how are you going to real talk anyone, right? Okay, thankfully this doesn't need any sort of steam power or anything silly like that. In terms of inserters, yeah, red doesn't change the number. I didn't think it did. Cool. So if we go like this, and then we just do that here, here. That way we kind of have a balancing system of a sort. So now we just need to get the nitrogen, and we are gravy. And I don't think I need to tell you this, but everyone wants to be gravy. I don't think I need to explain that. So we want 21 of these machines. So that's 2. Let's okay, so that gets the pressurized air, aka bad air. That can be on the inside. There's nitrogen contaminate. Okay. Then we turn the nitrogen contaminate back into the air pressure. I think. Is that right? Yeah, we put it back inside the pressurized air. Just makes more pressurized air and then fixes the contaminate somehow. Using the power of mysterious science, I suppose. Okay. Okay, there we go. So now what we've done is created like a little thing that just connects to everything. That's 4. You need 24, more than 20. Oh, whoops. That's going to be like that. And just for sake of completeness, so everything has underground pipes on both sides. So really, it doesn't actually matter how we do it, so long as the array is complete. So that is 12. And then so long as I put this side in... No, it can't connect that way. Gotta be like... Can't connect like that. Gotta connect like this. So then that goes to 24. And it's actually kind of a cool pattern. Right? That's kind of cool. We didn't make 24 of these things. We'll make 24. We'll make more in a second. Like, we're gonna be 3 short, but that's okay. Then, having connected that, then we'll move the oxygen out. Because I reckon... Oh, wait, no. Some of that's nitrogen. Nitrogen is actually what we need. So nitrogen's good. Good nitrogen. Good nitrogen. Like they always say. Okay, and then we... What happens with the oxygen? The oxygen goes through there, that's good. Does the oxygen get vented if it gets too high? It does. Brilliant. But then we go oxygen. Come up here, into here. Brilliant. So then when that's all connected, that will work. Good start. Nitrogen is next. Nitrogen isn't too big a problem. Nitrogen I want to... Well... Nitrogen I want to do a similar thing. Every second one gets one of these. And then nitrogen goes down there, and then we connect nitrogen to there. And then in theory, we then have nitrogen. Huzzah! We'll put some lights in there in a second. We should put the lights in there now, because I can't see shit right now. I can hear my son laughing a lot. Did I connect pressurized air? Not yet, that's the next thing. We're working backwards today for some reason. I can hear my son absolutely losing his mind laughing, which is the absolute best thing in the world you can hear. Okay, so. This is air. Collecting underground pipe. Oh, you are correct, there is. You are correct, thank you. Good spotting. Then we will down a air pipe here. And this will be, no, yeah. And this will be a top-up valve. But that's not what they're called, is it? They're called underflow valves? Underflow valves. Right. Then, finally, all this air that's not very well connected onto the side. We push this out a little bit more. Because then we get these. Get the nitrogen contaminate. Then we put that through here. We need one more. Is this a stream of the Parisian authorities? The thieves apparently used a grinder to get to the jewels. I mean, I think people are always using a grinder to get the family jewels, if you know what I mean. Hey! Okay. Why? Is this stream? No, stream time has nothing to do with, I don't really thought about it. What have I put? Oh, the grind. No, the joke was grinding at the club. I get what you mean now. No, the joke was grinding at the club. Like, a thing that apparently people do. I don't know, I've never done it. Go to club? Unlikely. That's not true, I went to a club a couple of times. I hated it. It was just an experience that I hated. I think I've talked about that sort of thing before though, where I'd go to like a club and the loud noise just made me want to die. I think my son's being a dinosaur now. It's really hard to tell for certain. Regardless, happy dinosaur. That's okay. You always want your dinosaurs to be happy. I like my dinosaurs like I like my babies. Happy. That one could have gone in a dark direction. Never a bad time to go dino mode. I disagree. There is a time, like, when I'm just trying to keep him happy and distracted, and he's like, I want to be a dinosaur now. And I'm like, my knees, my elbows, no. That's when I don't want him to be a dinosaur. My poor knees and elbows can't hack it. Because, you know, he's got, like, young knees and elbows. He's crawling, having the time of his life, and I'm just like, I am old. Okay. So the good news is we actually made pretty good headway on this. It was pretty quick. We need to get more pipes, we need to get another pressure pump, and we need to get 2 more destructive distillation columns. But beyond that, we are groovy. Why did I say the word groovy? I don't flippin' know. What are you, the Groove Police? The Groove Patrol? Damn, we got the Groove Patrol on the case. Which is totally fine sometimes. If you need the Groove Patrol on the case, there's no one but you'd rather have on the case. Other than those 4 funky fighters. Oh, I just realized I can just build one of those. Oh, it'd be so funny if I could build it all by hand here. Like, without doing anything. It's not the way it worked out, but there was a chance for a second there. Oh yeah, I've got this for Gosen. I forgot about that. I gotta have a little prize for Gosen when he returns. If he never returns, the caravan stays alive forever. But if he returns, it dies. If he returns and I remember, it dies. Are they just called burners? Yes. Iron plates. And we need a radar over there as well, but that's okay. And a station. And radar? Not insert radar. Don't tell me what I can and cannot insert. You'd be surprised what I could do if I had set my mind to it. And then we're going to put some lamps. Okay. And then, so you may understand things, which clearly I do not. You'd have nichrome. First nichrome. Lamp. So that is making how much nichrome? Gonna be making such a piss poor amount, isn't it? 50 per minute. Not the largest number in the world. How useful is nichrome? Just to remind me real quick. Nichrome is I think for now maybe we put it in a CS station. Maybe the time will come when we un-CSify it, but right now it has to be CSified. Right. Oh, that's a fun thing to have not noticed I've missed. Always fun to not notice that you haven't put your signals on. Okay. Oh, okay. You know what? That's not that big a deal, actually. We fix that. There we go. That was required for the molten glass and the aromatics. It mines me zinc. I was thinking hard about it. There's something calming about just seeing a train just huddling off to where it needs to be. I don't know why it's like that. Toddle is a good word. I am rather fond of it. Tree in the way. What do we say to the god of trees? Never. You don't even talk to the god of trees. Nor will we ever acknowledge their existence. But that's all my nichrome. Really all I've made? We're having problems with my nitrogen, apparently. Really? I'm having problems with nitrogen. Okay, I have been summoned to put my little guy to bed. Which one is he at? Oh, I don't think they're all running properly. They're not.
Quality.
That's why.
Why not?
Alright, I'm gonna go put my little guy to bed. I will be back very soon. Give me 10 minutes and then we'll get back to the streaming. I'll raise quality before I forget. Right, done, so that way Odaba doesn't get free quality. And I'll be back very soon. Alright! Sorry about that, everyone. We are back. We are in business. We're doing 3 crimes today. If you count them, you win a prize of... There is no prize. But you could win a prize, and isn't that the exciting thing? Okay, so... That's not exciting at all. If there's no prize, how is that exciting? We do have a minor problem with this stuff.
Someone order quality?
We're going to increase quality. Yes, absolutely. We can do that. We have not actually left room for this to go anywhere unless we do that. Then there's room. Brilliant. No, there's actually no room. Okay. Okay. We've messed up. And we can be a person again. That's true. We are legally allowed to be a person again. We could not before because my son was still running around causing all sorts of mayhem, but now that he is in bed, I can... First crime was not showing off that sexy cam. Damn, he's got me in one. It was quick. It was quick. Good. Okay, so what we're going to do is... There we go. Then we split it out that way, and then it just works just a little bit better. And then that's got nitrogen in it. That shit. Crap. Crappity crap crap. Have I contaminated this whole thing? No. Well, that's good. I tried to contaminate my entire rig, but we did not. Not yet, by any case. Always chance to contaminate the rig in a moment. Okay, and at that point we connect that and we are all good, I believe. They're all getting oxygen into them. Yes, that's encouraging. Okay, now we should be making the amount of chromium that we need. And now we put a cheeky little radar down, just so that way we can keep an eye on it. Because remember, Big Brother is always watching. And, I'm Big Brother, I suppose, in this case. Okay. So what I might do is another CS station. No, I think we're okay for a CS station at the moment. I don't think we need it. I do need another holding station. And maybe down here is not a bad place for it. Maybe it's a very bad place for it. Inside this forest bit looks good. Wow, titanium clearly sucks. Till that contaminate as a misdemeanor. Not a crime. Environment crimes don't exist. Because the environment doesn't exist. Okay, that's a provide only. Connect into that. Here we go. I noticed we don't have any science for a while. Is that because something's broken, or just because that's just how things be sometimes? Hopefully nothing's broken. We have a shortage of plasmids. We have a shortage of Zogna. Oh, that one actually makes me anxious. I don't think we ever made more Zogna. Yeah, and a shortage of petri dishes. Okay. Okay, we have a problem now. We really need to get hot air. Is there like better hot air coming? Like soon? Let's see. Hot air using gas bladder? Probably not. Using a simic boiler? Probably not. Using warmer stone bricks. How do we make a warmer stone brick? Okay, science is taking a little bit of a hold, which is a problem. Let's go sort that out. Warmer stone bricks from an earlier logistic science thing. Okay, but even then... Get them through... I gotta make warm bricks regardless. Okay, let's just look at warm bricks. Is there a good way to make warm bricks? Coke oven gas and outlet gas. What is outlet gas? What does that even mean? What does that even mean? Maybe I'm looking at the wrong thing. Maybe outlet gas is not... No, there's no reason to look into that. Okay. We've gone too far the wrong direction. We're looking at coke oven gas. Is there a better way to make hot coke oven gas? We do make it using coke already. That's fine. Is there a better way? Oh. Oh. We can... With hot molten salt, there's a recipe to turn oven gas. I'm willing to bet that's probably the same science, isn't it? Yes, it is. I understand. Wow, okay. It's literally something I can research right now. You know what? Let's unqueue that now. Not that it's going to do anything right now because got kind of like a chicken egg situation. And we got no chickens. And thus, no eggs. What does soot do? You can turn it into like just resources. Soot will be useful later. But it's not something I need right now. There will be a use for soot later. As I just stated, not what I'm after. Okay, so I need to probably, for now then, switch these back over to just petri dishes without the hot air. It's not entirely ideal, but you ash just dropped. No. Oh. I think we've had egg for a while actually. I just don't think we've ever... I think we may already make soot over here. Yeah, we already make soot. Maybe I might make like a hot stone station over here or something. Hot stones go in, cold stones go out. I don't know if that's a good idea. Or just... I can probably just transport the hot air, right? Like, how much hot air do things need? Okay, this is not relevant. What's relevant now is we've made that. Okay? This plate is the next thing to worry about. Yes, it is. Okay. How many things are there that are hard to make? It's just niobium plate. If we can make niobium plate, we are good. Okay, well, let's put that in the archives. Niobium plate. Let's just say 200 per minute. Let's just say a stupid number and see what happens. Salt, not a problem. Nitrogen, not a problem. Here's where shit gets riggedy real. Actually, let's cancel that out. Can we just go into here and just sort of stuff out here? Nope. Nope. Yes. Cool. That's all good. We don't need to worry about that. It's 40 machines, not a big deal. It's 40 machines, not a big deal. I hate this game. Okay. Okay. So we need refined syngas, which is just syngas and activated carbon. What the hell's activated carbon? Coal dust, sodium. Okay, the good news is drill heads, easy. I'll take that. Drill heads I can do without thinking about. Delete that, delete that. Fine syngas goes into its own thing. Activated carbon requires coal dust. Is there an easy way to make coal dust that doesn't make a whole bunch of other crap? Yes. Okay, coal dust. Is there a good way that's coming up for coal dust soon? Because my god, I hate those current ones. Raw fiber, that's soon. Raw fiber makes coal dust. Okay. There are other options. Oh, that is not an option. You'd think turning coal into coal dust would be easy. Turns out it's a lot more difficult than you'd think. Okay, so that requires another technology that I hadn't really anticipated. That's okay. It looks like a little wispy thing, that one. So, gotta make coal dust that way. How do we make raw fibers? Could have not clicked on that. There's other ways to make raw fibers that don't require that shit. Which is wood. Did I just see a bug? No, I didn't. I think it was just a little fruit fly or something. I got these cheese wrappers here, so that's probably not a good thing to have happen. My son eats his cheese at my desk. He's very delighted about it, but then it gets kind of gross. Zero? I don't know if zero is the correct answer there, buddy. are you saying 0? 0 does not seem right. That's not correct, I know that, but let's just... Is there something else that's using dust or tree seeds or something stupid like that? No, because that would break everything. I actually plan to want a water temperature. Oh! Right, okay. Honestly, mate, just water. I see. Thank you for that, Buck. This is a new thing, I think. Didn't used to do that. Want a water temperature again, don't you? Then there... Okay. What we're finding, though, is... it's not that difficult. Moss. One day I want to make a moss farm. But okay. And then carbon dioxide. We need a way to make carbon dioxide. I'm getting messages. Why am I getting messages? Oh, I see. I mean, burn some coke. Yeah, that was just for the coal dust, though. Okay. Is there a way to just, like, select a whole bunch of things and... Can I... go into a subfloor? Okay, it doesn't help. I was kind of hoping it would select things. Oh, wait, maybe if we... Right. I am trying to make it so... this is actually not stupid to do. Like, to look at. And once we have this all figured out... Yep, I know, you don't like that. I'd be surprised if we didn't have any leftover stone by the end of this. Use unrestricted items. Stone. Yeah, it's fine. We can import stone. It's not really that difficult. They put trees in there. And then, I don't know, we'll burn the plants. Okay, sodium hydroxide. Oh, hey. That's not difficult either. We get stone, I think we can make saline water. We could also get salt. salt is more efficient. So we'll do it that way. We can import stone, not a problem. Salt, yep, sure, we're importing that now. That all sort of works, though. So far, this is good. There's some byproducts of chlorine and hydrogen, but I believe something wanted those, right? Didn't... Pasta water? Yeah, see, we got hydrogen chloride there, so we can always... Yeah, that's level 1. We're currently working in level 4. Zinc chloride, okay. Is zinc a thing that I can import? Say that I... Lamps I import, but that's not going to be a thing. Wait, hang on. If I just... Those byproducts, are they being used by this? I don't think they are. Oh wait, yes they are, because the ingredients are lower. Okay, so that's good. We are using my byproducts. Wonderful. Hey, less hydrogen? That must be something else making hydrogen somewhere. Ah, that's making hydrogen, I see. Okay, I think that's... this all sorted? I don't flippin' know anymore. This is ridiculous. More hydrogen was needed here. Really? How do we make more just chlorine? Right. Alright, I'll do that, please. I broke something. I broke something pretty big too. Sometimes designing these things takes a little bit of time. Yeah, I know. So what do we import? Stone, we know that, and at that point it's happy. Then we need zinc chloride, which takes zinc and hydrogen chloride. Right, and then where do we get the hydrogen chloride from? We can't get it from the hydrogen because that sort of works both ways. Okay, that's the mistake I made. So where do we get the chlorine from? The guts? Yeah, I don't like... I'm happy with an internal calculator. I can make it out of guts, I suppose. Is there another way? Where's my boy? There's my boy. Nope, didn't think so. Can't make it out of guts yet. While that very well could become my boy, it is not currently my boy. I can't do any of them right now, that's the point. That's not for a long time. It's guts.
Thanks for your support.
Soulburn just resubscribed for 43 months. I may not be the top cat, but I am always a top cat. Meow for me.
You're always a top cat. You know what, Soulburn? I agree. You may not be the top cat right now, but you are always one hell of a top cat. And for that I say, meow, meow, meow. Meow, meow, meow. Meow, 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 meow. Meow, 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 meow. Meow, 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 meow. Meow, meow, meow. I put my hand in the wrong place. There's another option. Making chlorine. I didn't even consider this. I could just make chlorine. Thank you. Just making chlorine is actually a lot easier. Right? I'm over here trying to make hydrogen and chlorine, but what I need to make is... I'm trying to make hydrogen chlorine. Hydrogen chloride? I don't know. But if I just made hydrogen and chlorine, it would just work better. So I do need that. Saline water. I didn't make the same mistake. Linearly dependent. Right now it's... I mean, it's still Factorio music. I have two ways to make the same thing. I do. Water pumping isn't a problem. What have I done wrong? Okay. Stone, we know stone's always there. Pi is weird. Hydrogen? I don't want that to be unrestricted. It's literally the thing I'm trying to make. Water? Nope. That was not the answer. We know it's stone. We know it's hydrogen. What are other things that we can bring in? Take water and you pump it louder? Fish. Okay. Wood just made it angrier. At the moment, stone's fine. It just says import stone. Yeah, we'll come back to this one. I'm sure it'll be easier when we come back to it. Ah, shit. It's back. No, it's not easier. Maybe that's the point. Right, okay. So somehow we have to make another 1.5k. Let's make that outside of this factory planner. We're going to do that separately. We're not going to look at it. We're going to put the two factories next to each other. We're going to put a wall between them, and we're going to say you two may never look at each other. And if I see either of you exchanging messages, we're killing Mercurio again. Okay? Don't think I won't kill Mercurio, because I flippin' will. Was Mercurio the one that died in Romeo and Juliet? Hang on. This is going to be a weird question. If I write who died in Romeo and Juliet, it's going to be Romeo and Juliet. Who died in Romeo and Juliet? List of deaths wiki. Brilliant. It was Mercurio. Hell yeah. Mercutio. I don't know how to say the name. The point is, I was correct. Mercutio? Curio is a superhero name. Yeah, I'm sorry. My Italian names? I'm not the best at pronouncing Italian names. I'm sorry, okay? I'm not actually that sorry. Okay, organic solvent. This is the last thing that's going to be difficult. Well, no. This is the last thing in the planning that's going to be difficult. So, do it out of bone meal. Also requiring olefins. Which I haven't made any elephants, so that's not going to be helpful. It's a good joke. Well, sorry, I can't pronounce Italian. It's not exactly a common language in New Zealand, I'm sorry. Jeez. Jeez Louise. I can make acetone. That's probably my best bet. How about I get carbonic oil? That is looking mighty tighty. Mighty tighty? What the fuck? That's looking mighty tighty. What can I say? Okay. Sometimes things look mighty tighty. Don't judge. You want steam temperature. No one cares. Sure, and then how do we make that? I thought that's what that was all about. Okay, you're fine. Oh my god. Okay. You know what? I don't even need to make steam that way. Stuff that. I make steam in a boiler. And then it gets upset. And then we've got to redo this. And then with middle oil this. Make that in a boiler the same way as we do for everything else. Mighty tighty puny Lucy, that is correct. Tar we can just pull out of the ground. We do need a drilling fluid though, but we can worry about that later. Oh, we need to bring small parts. that more or less it? More or less. Oof. How do I get to just read the thing that already exists? Ah, there we go. Don't click that one, that will anger it. We click middle oil, I guess? No, because then it thinks we're bringing in middle oil. We're not bringing in middle oil. Angered the steam gods. I don't think it's naphthalene oil either. I think that one's wrong. That one is correct, because we don't care about that one. Then we control it at the temperature, put it that way. We don't click that. That makes it angry. Tar. We want to import tar. Clearly tar is not the right answer. All parts, is that the answer? Who knows? Oh, that's angered it again. Okay, so never these two shall look at each other either. These two simply not allowed to look at each other. That's the solution. Just don't let parts of the factory look at each other, and you'll be fine. Okay. Okay. Nope. I've angered something, and this time it's bad. Oh my god. Have I broken it that badly now? Can I undo? Okay. Where the hell does this come from? There. Right. Okay. So this just needs to worry about the nitrogen. Okay. That's not even a problem. Not even a... No, that's wrong, because pressurized air also has to be made from pressurized air. Okay. I think that was easy. I think we've all figured that out. Still have a problem with this stuff. I hate this. Okay. My first goal is going to be making drill heads. I think that's a fairly admirable goal to start with. So let's think about drill heads. There's a couple of ways we can make them. Chromium steel plate and iron plates. That's one way to make them, but you don't make many of them. Chromium steel plates and aluminium is probably good because we've got 2 of them on the train network, and steel, we just build near the steel. So maybe we'll just build this one. Okay. So I'm thinking, I don't have steel on like a train track of any description. We do not. Maybe that's the thing we should really do first. Okay, so that took forever, but now we're playing Factorio. Thank God. But what I'm thinking is we're going to do stations. There we go, get those sorted. We will get steel on the line. Steel is made in an okay quantity, so oh wow, I love that it's still got some repairs to do from when I used to crash into things repeatedly. Just 1 hour and I already know what to build. Yeah, Yep. I was gonna ask, are you mocking me? But I realize I didn't need to ask that question. The answer was clear. I mean, I don't know if you're mocking me or just what I have to do to get this game doing what I want to do. Probably not mocking me, actually, when I think about it that way. The nature of this whole endeavor. And this endeavor is mockable. Now, if you think you shouldn't be mocked for doing this, I mean, the nature of Pi, exactly. Not me that's being mocked, not necessarily. Like a little bit, but also not actually. Okay. 2, 3. Oh, that's not connected. There we go, now it's connected. I think. Okay. Oh, that would have been bad. That wouldn't have been bad, it would have been mildly annoying. Steel pick. What do I need? I need train stations. Let's go grab some train stations. Let's go grab some assorted train goodies. Grab some lamps for that. That's just inexcusable how poorly lit that is. Alright. 10 stations, let's go. Couple of inserters. You know, my starter mall's actually done me very well. Like, I can always come back here and trust that it's got the things that I need. More or less. But I do look forward to destroying it. Or at least ignoring it perpetually. And as time goes on, hopefully everything will just flow just a little bit better. Insert raw coal. Tell me what I can and cannot insert. My body. What are you, my doctor? Okay. So that's what I call a start. Then we're going to get this steel. Going to pull that out. I'm a little surprised that I didn't grab some more undergroundy boys, but hey, I didn't. In doing this, of course, we'll make the factory have to do like a whole bunch more work, as all the iron and steel are going to need to be replenished. But quite frankly, I don't care. Factory's got to get some shit done. Boy undies? What? The hell did I say that sounded like that? I mean, unfortunately, I just realized the answer is going to be boy undies, which is not super helpful. Boy howdy? Undergroundy boys. Oh, I see. Yeah. Okay. It does make a lot more sense. All this was made for coke, wasn't it? That's really funny how much work I did to make coke, considering how little work I need to do for it now. I could probably destroy a lot of that just to make coke, and it would also make... It is making coal gas and tar, of which tar is incredibly easy to make as well, so maybe that doesn't matter either. Man, I really don't win anything, do I? Let's just get like a classic 4. Just try and find a home for this iron. Hello, beardless Dane. Welcome. We have all this hot air here. How? How? That's just how that question ended. How? A particularly useful question as it stands there, but... Hopefully that helps in some description. I don't know if it will, but the important thing is that we live in hope. Also I don't like there's no lights here. Not that I really look. I never look at it. Most of my base lights. I'd be intrigued to see how much of my base power is in the lights that I never look at. Let's have a look. Lamps they're called. 7 megawatts of power is in lamps alone. They add up, I suppose. That can't be right. That cannot be right. We have 1,478 lamps, each one doing 5 kilowatts. Yeah, that's actually possible. Yeah, that's actually right. It's really funny. It's really funny. That's just wasted power. That's good shit. That's what I play Factorio about, to just make a shit ton of power lights that I don't even need most of the time. That's why light switches were invented, yo. Pain? I disagree. No pain here. Just hilarity. Okay, just connecting a couple of things just so that way everything continues being fueled okay. I feel like that one needs like just this entirely new. I have no undergroundies on me. Gosh darn it. The future we were afraid of has come to pass. Oh, that's so funny. I love this game. Both Pi and Factorio in general. Very funny. It's a very funny game. This coal patch still has 93 million in it, so I'm not entirely worried about that coal patch running out, but the problem is it's going to condense closer and closer, and that's when it's going to be a problem. You know what? I have a thought. I have a thought. I shouldn't have them. Thoughts are problems. I shouldn't have them. Okay. I know we've got a bunch of stone bricks. And I'm going to start bricking. Bricking time again. We got like 87 stacks of stone bricks, which is actually nothing. They're my bricks. And you cannot have them, even if you ask politely. Go on, try. See what happens. I double a dog dare you. That's right. That dog has been double dog dared. Can we not do that, please? I think we can get rid of this. Okay. Fine, I guess. He's a brick house. What? He's a brick house. Shit. Put the ash in there. I've got a bunch of things in my inventory now that I really don't want. That's wonderful. We are at this stage of the game again. Wonderful. These small electric poles, they can go in here. I do not see a world that I'll ever use small electric poles again. Song about being curvaceous. Really? I hear about someone being built like a brick house, raised built like a brick shit house. Usually they're not curvaceous, they just chonky. But chonky in a strong way. Like chonky in a way that you don't mess with that guy. Okay, so now that I've done almost nothing, we go back to the plans. And the plans were I need... Oh, it was a syngas that I lost there. Ah, hell. I remember you being a pain in the butthole. Final word she stated, the songs plays, wrongly built woman. I've never heard that it's just a woman. I've just heard just generally just anyone. I've heard that phrase. It's like just someone you know, kick your ass. Doesn't have to be a woman. Oh man. Maybe we work on refined syngas. It might be an easier thing to do. How much refined syngas do we need? 1,000. Okay. Syngas is what we're after. Let's go 2,000 syngas. Refined syngas. Go a silly number. Not actually that silly either. You know what? No. Before we go too silly, is there another one coming up soon? I don't know if I've checked this. That's not soon. I could have looked at that and told you that's not soon. That's probably not soon. Whole slime. Gross. Okay, so there is no other one coming up soon. So what we have is what we have. Good to know. Coal dust. We know the plan for that. Raw fibers. We'll make it with ash. Because we can. Made in 77. Okay. Regardless, I've never heard it being used that way. I'm not saying you're wrong, I'm just saying I've never heard it used that way. You know what? Oh, never mind. I was gonna say if you're gonna do something, do it right, but you know what? If doing things right. If we do it this way, it makes our carbon dioxide and we don't need to worry about any other fuel. Sodium hydroxide, that's just gonna be that way. We're gonna end up with chlorine and hydrogen. Don't care. Where's that coming from? I don't know. Why don't we use my hydrogen chlorine that we already have? Like, why not? Okay. Saline water is coming from my salt. We have to control the temperature. That, despite the fact my modules aren't in, looks to be the method. And that will make 2,000 fine syngas per minute. And also some hydrogen, which I don't really care that much about. Okay. That's a good plan. We just make refined syngas. That makes everything a whole bunch easier. So. Ready for that $1 million question? Where the frick are we building this? Ultimately, what we need is a lot of salt. So what we could do is we could build it near the old salt mine. It's the only physical resource we need. We can always just build near the salt mine and just pass it out over here. That's then... We have a syngas drop there. Even better, yeah. We build it here. This is a brilliant place for it, actually. We have a syngas drop already there. Yeah! Brilliant! I'm a genius! So then the only thing we need to import is nothing. And then we get pressurized air just by creating pressurized air. We do need lamps. We need 1 lamp per minute. Which is a very frustratingly small number. But it's, it's what I need. Most of this is for making activated carbon. In fact, 99% of this is for making activated carbon. Is there an easier way coming up? Factorio. Why are you Factorio? Yes, I am Factorio. You are Factorio. No. Okay. Most of this is pretty harmless. So the best place to start, I suppose... Trees? I guess we need to bring an ash too, don't we? For those trees. We need to bring in ash, zinc, lamps. Also, that's going to consume my syngas like nobody's problem. That is a problem for the future. Alright, I got a button undone, and I've just realized I'm showing off a little bit more chest than I'm comfortable about. You know what, if I'm showing off a little bit more chest, I really need to make my, like, display picture be like 1/3 of the screen. That's a good Twitch commentary, I hope you all enjoyed it. I did. Syngas is a dedicated train. I'm cool with that. I don't want to carry these things around. I don't want to put them back in their place. I just want them gone. It's wasteful. Sure, I don't care. That's a thing that makes me very uncomfortable. You know, I'm not actually even going to start with building things. I'm just going to start with get the train sorted. That's always a good step one, right? Once you get the train sorted, everything else can sort of just come along with it. Do we use the station that already exists? Oh my gosh, ash is not a problem because this station makes a ton of ash! Oh, oh, it's so good. This is the perfect place to build. There's no better place on this green and desolate planet than right there. So I think what we do is we start off getting the wood component sorted, because that's easy. Hello. So, step one of making a lot of wood, cut down all the trees. It's ironic, yes. What's the grind? The grind... The grind is neoblium, yes. But before we're breaking it down to chunks, because quite frankly, if we just try to do neoblium, it's too much flippin' work. So right now, we're just doing refined syngas. So the activated carbon is really what we're trying to make. No, we're not. We're trying to make the activated carbon is only existing so we can, because we want syngas. We make syngas, everything just sort of comes along a lot nicer. So, step one. We're not too worried about where this is going. We're just putting things down for now. Water. Use that water over there. Okay. Then we need tree seeds. It's not uncommon. Okay, so it needs seeds and it needs moss. We haven't sorted out yet, but that's okay. We don't need to. Seedlings come into here along with the ash, which we'll grab in a second.
Did someone order quality?
Okay. Dang. Increase quality. Yes, absolutely. Let's increase that quality. We are getting shit donezoed. You know it's good when I have to say donezoed instead of done? Because not good at all. Not really stuck with any particular part here. I'm doing the design strategy of just getting something together. And hope that that sort of gets something happening. The ash I will get coming through on the other belt using the long-handled inserters. Yes, I could avoid doing that, but at this stage, why? Like, there's no reason to make things more difficult for yourself than they have to be. And at this... Okay, let's get rid of these trees. I hate them. I was going to fill my inventory with trees, but whatever. I thought they did closest ones first. I thought that's how this was supposed to work. Whatever. Then we're going to just... Let's just go get that ash now. There's no reason to make things more difficult than it has to be. Also plays Pi and... No, okay. I understand the misconception you made there, Waffles. The point is, it's already difficult. Let's try and simplify it by not making it more difficult than it already is. Yes, it is difficult. I have chosen this life. I've chosen the Skuck's life. Okay? But while choosing the Skuck's life, it doesn't mean that I have to be an idiot. Okay, I'm going to rephrase that. If I've chosen the Skuck's life, I'm already kind of an idiot, but that's a different thing. Don't ask me what Skucks means. I'm really not sure. It's just a cool word. I think we all learned from Hunt for the Wilder People. No, I'd heard about it before. I just still don't know what it means. Hang on. Let's just quickly check that. Make sure I'm not saying something that's going to... S-K-U-X. Skucks. Someone who is cool, attractive, and stylish. Or someone who is skilled in romantic or social situations. Can describe someone with a lot of steez, style, and ease. Oh, there we go. I'm living the Skuck's life. It is okay to say. I mean, about as good as to say a skibbity toilet, I suppose. I don't know why I'm redoing this. I've done these before, but at the same time, it just feels right to just redo it. And I would like to get moss on one side. I didn't choose the Skuck's life. Exactly. Exactly. How could I? It was thrust upon me. And look, I don't even need to have a water pump. It's the water's right there. Okay, see, this is going well already. We got that. We've got that. We don't have that actually. We'll get that shortly. We do have this though. I don't want to include that yet because we haven't got the moss or tree seeds actually figured out into there. Okay, so then two things will happen here. One, my tree seeds, my seedlings are going to decay, because let's be honest, you do not think they're going to decay, you are a lot more optimistic about life than I am. And they will. They will. Because I was convinced to put decay into my game. I could have avoided it. I didn't. And I regret it. Not hugely. There was some regret. Okay, so we've planned for spoilage already. That's good. You planned for spoilage early. Okay. Then, after that, the trees come out. And we say, hello, happy trees. And the trees say, hello. Then we have trees. Then, we murder the trees. Is a little bit disingenuous because the trees were already dead. Yes, actually. Actually, if we didn't... No. I think what we were doing was right. Is it scucks, though? Absolutely. The word of the day. And you know, like anyone with a word of the day calendar, you got to use the word as many times as you can to make sure it's incorporated into your normal like lingo. I'm not sure I agree with that logic. I mean, okay, I'll rephrase that. If you have a word of the day calendar, absolutely people do try to use the word at least multiple times a day. So they're like, haha, look at me, I'm so learned. Thinks about this for a moment. I don't know which way they're going to be coming in. I want them coming in on not that side. I want them coming on that side so it blocks off those. We need some lamps. We need to make sure we contribute to the massive amounts of power we can use on lamps alone. 7 megawatts was it? It's so funny. It makes me so happy just how much power we waste on lamps. Fush. Get this fush fixed up one day. Okay. Then we want 16 of these. Eight aside. That's 5. Can I modify this to reviewers? Stacks per minute? Yeah. Wasn't really as helpful as I thought it would be. Well, I got this. Let's brick this over. Because you always know when you're working on trees, you gotta brick them over. Makes it more believable. Okay. There we go. See, now this looks like a proper place to make trees. Now, what I'm not sure about is as follows. I don't know how many inserters these need. We'll do one for now. Oops. We need more, we can always build more. It's not the world. Also, that bell's going away. What do we say to the god of Skucks? Yeah, boy. What we say, obviously. Okay, so that gets my plant fiber. Now, that's going to get the main thing is the raw fiber. That's what we want. We're also going to get fiber and biomass, which I do not have a plan for right now. So, we have a boiler and a steam engine. You just burn them. I wish more things like output like this just directly to the belt. It's actually really handy. 3 seedlings spoiling inside forestries. Had not accounted for that. Thank you. Will now account for that. Accounted for. Thank you, Tara. So the seedlings are more or less done. We do have to... Oh, it's for the... This is all for coal dust. At the very, very end of all of this bullshit. And let us not kid ourselves, it is bullshit. We just gotta... We filter by fiber, raw fiber. Other stuff can go this way. It doesn't need to go that far, actually. Then I want my boiler, and I want my steam engine. And all going... All going well. Will be enough. Okay, so now it's red because it does technically have something that can generate power, but not doing shit. That's okay. We expected that. That deals with that byproduct. That's good. Then we go to the high pressure furnace to make my coal dust, for which a recipe I do not have yet. Oh well, can we get... Right, we need that. What's happening with science? Why has that still not got its shit together? Zogners. Where's my Zogners? Right, so either we don't have enough glass to make enough petri dishes. Okay, we're going to change the way this is done real quick. Or we don't have enough petri dishes. I don't really need to fix it that much. I just need to do some slight braking. Which is also what you do when, you know, someone you don't like is crossing the road in front of you. You do some slight braking, just enough so that, you know, you have plausible deniability. But you don't brake entirely. I don't need to explain that to you. Anyway, moving along. Sounds like I'm trying to hit someone with my car. General rule of thumb, I try not to. I don't want to damage my car. My car's already been damaged once and I felt really bad about it, even though it was not my fault. Now. Gosh, I wish I had more belts. We're gonna bypass this. If I had enough belts. Which maybe I do. Oh, it's gonna be close. No, it's not. We had 9 left. We could always make more glass. Why are we not making glass? Not enough fuel. Are you lying to me? That's the problem. My fuel sucks. Really? I got all this cool shit and you're like, ah, your fuel's not very good though, is it? I guarantee I can get some fuel there pretty quickly. Okay, I don't want to say guarantee pretty quickly, but I guarantee there's something that can be running there. Just don't want to make more plants at this stage. It'd probably be a better way to make it, but I'm just lazy. And I've got the turd for it. They say if you've got the turd, you've got the erd. The erd tree. That's right, this is an Elden Rings? Elder Rings? Holy shit, I can't remember what the name of that game is. Anyway, it's a crossover. Bam! You didn't realize it was in the Elden Ring universe all along. That's how we get you. Surprise crossovers. Grab another one of those. I feel like... Bricks as pavement. Oh, why not? I got millions of the things. Okay. What can we do for fuel? What can we do? What can we do? Oh, syngas, obviously. Dirt. Yeah, syngas is cheap and easy. We make shit tons of it. So much that we might actually be throwing some of it away. Oh, we've built a fluid bus. I'm uncomfortable and unhappy. Quality. That actually helped. Oh, I don't think it has, but we'll just do that. Actually, Niwa, thank you so much for raising quality. And we'll do the quality first before we stretch. Get your shit in order. Okay. We now have fuel. Which means we should now have glass. Which means we should have Zogners. Okay. I hope all my poo hasn't been turning into clay. Legitimate concern sometimes. It hasn't been, so that's good. How's my meat train going? The meat's going okay. Oh, I still got animal parts all over my floor. I just realised I didn't pick them up. Lil K was in my room when he was running around and he dumped the bag of animal parts again. Keeps doing that. Alright. I think it's not hurting anyone. Okay. I have no idea what I'm doing. That was great. I'm glad I did that. Let's build a radar, so next time we do that, we actually know what we're looking at. Back at it again with a Lil K classic. I know. He came into my room, got the bag of animal parts, opened it, spread all... I don't even think he opened it. The bag is too full of animal parts to close. Spread it all over the floor, and then just ran away laughing. Classic Lil K. Hey, that part of the machine kind of looks like a dick. Anyway, unrelated. Kinda, but not really. Everything looks like a dick if you look at it properly. Especially particular websites. Especially my copy of Dick's Monthly. Part of me hopes it's a real magazine, another part of me hopes it isn't. Only because I feel like the name just sucks. It's not a good name. I feel like they could have done better. Anyway, hopefully that, with the increase of Zogners, that gives me a science occasionally. It looks like it is actually. We've got plasmids coming in again. means we may even have science being made. Animal samples. Where are my plasmids? They come out through there, they go through there. They get split. Good, if they get split, that means it should still be... Yep, we got science being made again, thank goodness. Do we actually have any science waiting to go? We do, we got 300. Which is probably enough to actually get that science done. It is. That's alright. Okay, that's coal dust. No, it's not, because we haven't got moss yet. We haven't sorted out me moss. Do I want to get stone? More efficient. Stone's just over there. What if I... Oh, that's filthy. That's filthy. You know what? I'm filthy. Now we won't need nearly as many. And we don't need to make as much carbon dioxide, which reduces the amount of syngas. It all comes up Millhouse. You know you're a millennial when you can't help but say it all comes up Millhouse. Even when it all comes up Millhouse, you don't need to say that. Now let's be honest, it all comes up Millhouse quite a lot around here. My ankles are bone dry. No, my pants are bone dry. Do I ever need the hydrogen? Yes, I do. Kinda hoping I didn't. Makes me sad that Simpsons is like, oh, it's a millennial thing. It's like, how is Simpsons not just like... Everyone loves Simpsons. Admittedly, I know the later episodes suck, and I haven't honestly seen them, so I don't actually know for sure, but still. How does everyone not love The Simpsons? Wild to me. And then the little voice goes, it's because you're a millennial, Seif. He looks in the mirror, screams. Yo! Okay. This may get moved later. Do I take a long belt of stone just to do it? I shouldn't. I really shouldn't. It's just the bad thing to do. But I'm a bad, bad man. We cut across Copperfield? No, we do not cut across the Copperfield. We have some decorum, damn it. And then it gets upset. Fair enough. Probably put a radar over there. Or get just a power line that works. Both, actually. And I would like to real quickly like what if we did this way? Okay, that fixes it. The copper still has 8.6 million, plenty to go. Great, not noble viewer. Oh god. Oh god, I'm holding copper. I don't want to hold copper. Nyeh. That's probably fine, actually. Let's do that. It'll slowly work itself out. And there it goes. Slowly getting the copper out. Brilliant. Okay. I mean, I do need to come back and actually get all these buildings built up, but that won't take too long. Actually a fairly quick thing to do. Did I actually set up a radar? No, I did not. Now I have. Okay. Looking good, looking sharp, looking clean. Oh wow. We already had an automated factory. So the moss plants are there, they get stone. Such a long way to drive a line of stone. You know what they say? Getting the goddamn robot, Shinji. I mean, if I just, say, put a belt along here, snatch it from, say, here, I mean, it's so silly. It's so silly. Morning, Marsh. You know what? I'm not in the business of being a sensible person. I'm in the empire business, as they say. Oh, this is very silly. I'm not on Linux. I am not on Linux. I am not tech savvy enough to use Linux. Why do you ask? This is such a bad plan. And yet, I do not stop. I do not waver. I continue to stretch a belt. So far, 300 tiles. But we are not yet done. Could we have taken the train? Yes, but why? He hacks the switching and needs help. Yeah, no, sorry. I'm not a tech-savvy kind of guy. As soon as my computer works to play video games, I no longer care about computers. Like, the only time I care about a computer is when it's not working. If my computer does not play the games that I want, or it does not run the apps that I want, I seriously look at buying a new one rather than upgrading. I am not tech savvy in the slightest. I mean, in the slightest is a bit unfair, but... it doesn't matter. I mean, how untech savvy I am was very clear to me once I was in a university computer science program. And I was immediately aware of how much I did not care about computer science. Like, I do not care how computers run, about algorithms, about just rhythm in general, OWL or otherwise. The problem that you had and you solved it somehow, but you didn't know how to solve it this time. Well, I mean, you tried, I assume. Look, man, my idea of fixing something is just build a long belt, okay? I am not too dissimilar in real life. For some reason, I was at lunch today. Actually, there's a couple of stories here. I was at lunch today and my boss was looking at, like, Chinese horoscopes, like, what they were. And they're like, oh, I'm quick to anger, but also I'm diligent and this and this. And I'm like, okay, stay quiet on that one. And I'm like, oh, I should look up what my sign is. And I'm just like, ooh, that's so wrong. I cannot say that. Because people who like horoscopes really hate it when you tell them how bullshit horoscopes are. Don't ask me how I know this. Don't ask me how I know this. Sorry if you like horoscopes. It's bullshit. Anyway, so I just shut up because I was like, yeah, if I started reading what my sign means, you'd be like, well, you're just saying this to piss me off now. And as they said, they're quick to anger, so that sounds like a terrible idea. So anyway, better story time. As we were leaving our lunch, like we were in like this, it's like a food court of sorts. What's my sign? Hey gal, what's your sign? Bees. My sign is bees. Like my Chinese zodiac sign, bees. But anyway, as we were leaving the food court, I walked past like this table and there was like a really agitated woman talking to a friend. And she's like, and I'm not going to use my real name here, but anyway, she's like, and Seif at the moment is just really fucking me off right now. And I'm like, huh? Like, what? And like, yeah, she's like, Seif is really fucking me off right now. And I'm just like, I don't know you, lady. I'm sorry. Who are you? She wasn't talking about me. She was talking about another Seif. Again, the whole thing is confusing when I'm using my online handle. But bees is not there. I know, but the thing is, if I say what it is, it gives more information about me than I actually want to give. So bees is the answer. As I was telling the story, I realized I couldn't actually say what the characteristics that said I should have were, because then I realized that gave that away as well. So it was a terrible story overall, that first one. Anyway, just a random person was just like, see if it's really me off right now. I'm like, okay, sorry, I don't know you. I'm really sorry that I'm upsetting you. I was just having lunch. Won't happen again. Probably. Actually, you know, it probably will happen again. I probably will have lunch again. Still, sorry. Didn't mean to. Mean to F you off. He was real mad. Seif really pissed her off. I don't know. Language. As a tourist, that's deeply suspicious to you. It's alright, doesn't mean shit, does it? Taurus is not Chinese zodiac. I don't know what the non-Chinese zodiac is. Star signs? Non-Chinese. Not the cat. The cat is not a zodiac animal. Not Chinese zodiac. It's just the zodiac. It's just zodiac. It's just zodiac. So it's Chinese zodiac and just regular old zodiac. And if I say zodiac one more time, my brain gonna explode. So I ain't gonna say it again. Okay. That sorts out me moss. Then... oh, and it sorts out that too. Then we're going to work out the... the Chinese also have elements in their zodiac that rotate. That's true. There's 5 of them if I remember rightly. So, earth, metal, water, fire, and wood, I believe. The rat lied to the cat about a party, so the cat's missing. Yeah. I learned about that from Fruits Basket, so, you know, that's an important thing to know. It's always important to get your knowledge of the Chinese zodiac from a shoujo manga. And generally, I'm not a fan of Fruits Basket. I don't know why I was reading it. I think I was reading it because my, like, friend was like, oh my god, Seif, it's so good, you have to read it. And so I read it, I was like, this is kind of shite. Here comes the stone, which means this is probably running at the moment. Wasting a bunch of Keragen, but that's okay. Yeah, we need to make saline. I think we'd be best making saline over here. Like right here. And then with that saline, we electrolyze it. I agree with Seif that cat is now my Chinese zodiac sign. You know, on hindsight, it would have been a better gag to say cat is my Chinese zodiac sign. Instead, I said bees like a friggin' idiot. Cat would have made sense. It would have been on brand. It would have been good. Then I'm like, oh, I don't know, bees, I guess. Idiot. I had the best cat thing right there. It was just sitting there for me to take. And I just left it there. Don't be too hard on yourself, Seif. That's a little bit harsh. Now I can use it. I should have used it to begin with. I knew it. But I forgot. But you're right. Now I can. Now I can. It's like, I don't know if I ever told you guys, like, my excuse that I give if I don't want to do something. Like, but I don't have a reason. I just don't want to do it. My excuse is that I've got the Olympics. And generally it just annoys people. It confuses people, then it annoys people. Ah, I can't make it, I've got the Olympics. Like, the idea is it's such a stupid excuse that it's obvious that I'm lying. Not getting invited to a cat party makes you a cat? I'm a cat. Yeah, I mean, I'll say I've been invited to a lot of parties. Hey, my car's here! Holy shit, should I take the car? This is actually a good time to take the car. Holy crap. Okay. Yep, that's great. Oh, I filled my pockets with salt again, like an idiot. No, I became very conscious about like how much information I gave on stream when like Ghosten spent some time was like, hey, here's all the shit I know about you, and I was just like, I am very uncomfortable with this much knowledge existing about me. Because it was all correct, and that made me very uncomfortable. Like it was none of it like too incriminating, but it was like it was very correct, and it just let me know that I have to be very careful about what I say. Because generally, I don't want to know too much, but at the same time, it's like, how do you share stories about your life without sharing stories about your life? And the answer is, I don't know. Okay. Let's go and make my saline water. Is saline the one that you can inject into your bloodstream and it's okay? Or is saline water and saline two different things? The answer is B's. That is true. Upon saying that aloud, I realize saline and saline water might be very different things. No idea. Is saline water and saline the same thing? Yes, saline is a specific type of salt water. While saline can be a general use for salt and water in medical context, it usually refers to a sterile solution of sodium chloride, salt, and water. So, maybe? It didn't really answer my question, I guess? Saline water has a very specific pH level. That makes sense. If you're injecting it, like inserting it into someone, you don't... My general rule of thumb is if you're doing something with medical applications, you don't want to kill someone. I know, I'm old-fashioned that way. Sterilizes... Okay, yeah, that's a good point. You don't want to put a non-sterile solution into your body. It's the pH that's neither base nor acidic, so 7? Sterile saline is always safe to inject. Right. This is good to know. This is going to save me from my next court case. Not from my next court case, in my next court case. Why did you do this? Chat said it would be fine. Chat. Yes. Chat, you know. The people who talk to you when you play video games. Oh, of course. Chat starts hitting a button quick, like rapidly under his desk. Oh, this is Volgora music for sure. No? No, this is space. Is this chat within the room right now? I mean, chat sort of has its own room. There's like a room specifically for chat. And people, they don't really announce themselves when they come in sometimes. They're just sort of there. Sometimes they're helpful. Sometimes they want to see me dead. But that's okay. You know. Sometimes they make me meow for like minutes on end. They make you meow? Yeah. Why? I promised I would, and so now I meow. I see. Scribbles frantically on notepad. Meows at invisible people. In hospitals, they inject saline through IV to keep up hydration. Yes, that's how I know of it. So we need lamps. Not many lamps, but some lamps. Almost no lamps. Why does hydrogen chloride, where does the extra hydrogen come from? Oh, I see. This extra hydrogen comes from a whole bunch of things. And then the chlorine gets put back in. There's not the hydrogen. I don't really need hydrogen. It's the chlorine that I need. I understand. Okay. Okay. And then we have a overflow valve. Goes there. I should never need extra chlorine. Actually, you know what? As long as I don't mix it back in again, I shouldn't need to do that. Like, as long as this hydrogen gets discarded, it's fine. So the next thing I need to do is, I need to get lamps in here. That's a known factor. And that can come through a CS train. We're going to get way more lamps than we need, but it'll last for ages. As a paramedic, you've always found a bit weird. Assault dehydrates you. Oh, you're a paramedic. That's cool. I mean, it's electrolytes, right? Salt is an electrolyte, and you need... The salt conducts, like, electricity through your body. Oh, that's stream stoppy time. So, I imagine... Because it's like, you know, if you drink a lot of water, you can go into, like, shock. So I imagine the saline water has no electrolytes, but has salt in it. It's salt water. And salt is an electrolyte. Isn't it? Is salt an electrolyte? Yes, salt is an electrolyte. What would happen if you drink too much seawater? Also salt. I do not know. I would be unhappy with life. But I don't know on a medical term. Yeah, I need to probably call it very soon. I mean, I throw up, right? Don't you throw up if you drink a lot of seawater? Isn't that just a thing that happens? I mean, same salt content of your body unless you're drinking a lot of seawater in that case. Anyway, as much as I would love to continue this conversation, I do need to go to bed. I'm trying to go to bed at the correct time as opposed to staying streaming for like another half hour, which I know, I wish I could, but I start a little bit earlier, so I finish on time. That's the kind of rule that we got going at the moment. Not really a rule, more of a guideline. It's being saline water, that's cool. But this little part of the factory is coming along. I think we'll get refined syngas done pretty soon. And then after that, then we... like one step closer to getting all this done. Getting niobium ore. I mean, it makes you feel any better. I have no idea what you're talking about. It has nothing to do with your native English speaking. That button did not work. There we go. Anyway, thank you everyone very much for being here today. I hope you did enjoy yourselves. If you are new here, please do consider following. I would appreciate it. But you do what makes you feel comfortable. The crickets are here, apparently. That's wonderful. Hi, crickets. Thanks, Tara. Thanks for being here. And thanks, everyone. YouTube.com/SeiferKatt. The final video for the getting the game completed in 40 hours is going to be up, I think, tomorrow, and that means I'm going to start uploading Pi for realsies. It's like 50 episodes that still need to be uploaded. It's gonna... I let it get away from me again. I always do. The human body is weird. The human body is weird. It's a strange thing. Hey Shinigami, sorry that I'm heading off, but good to see you. How much editing is there? Editing? I just upload that shit raw, baby. Everything that's in the stream, aside from when I go away, is in there. It's raw pie. Oh yeah, we do it raw, dog. We do it raw. Okay, now I'm feeling gross. So I'm blaming you for that, Marsh. Not actually. Yeah, I don't have the time for editing. I don't have the spoons. I don't have the magic points. I'm all out of MP. How far into Pi am I? You know, I'll answer that question and then I'll actually probably call it. Pi seems to think that I am 16.1% through the tech tree. So, Early days. Early days. It's fine. Just means more to play, right? Anyway, with that, I wish you all a good night. Sleep well. Take care. Yeah, Pi is long, man. Pi is long. There's so much more to do. You've gotten as far as late Pi 1? Nice. We're starting logistics. So you're not that far behind. Probably only like a good 30 hours or so. Yeah, I've just gotten green. And that's what I'm researching now when it gets built. If it gets built. Anyway, yes, take care everyone. Sleep well when you finally get around to it. Whatever time of the day it is, I know you'll sleep eventually. I wish you sleep well. And take care. And I'll see everyone on the flipped side, as the skateboarders say. Take care.